Chapter 15 Chinese New Year. The Chinese New Year is the longest festival, which starts with the new moon on the first day of the new year and ends on the full moon 15 days later. The Chinese calendar is based on a combination of lunar and solar movements. The lunar cycle is about 29.5 days. In order to catch up with the solar calendar, the Chinese insert an extra month once every few years. 7 years out of a 19-year cycle. This is the same as adding an extra day in leap year. This is why, according to the solar calendar, the Chinese New Year falls on a different date each year. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are celebrated as a family affair, a time of reunion and thanksgiving. The celebration was traditionally highlighted with a religious ceremony given in honor of heaven and earth, the gods of the household and the family ancestors. Chinese New Year decorations. Before New Year's Day, Chinese families decorate their living rooms with vases of pretty blossoms, platters of oranges and tangerines, and a candy tray with 8 varieties of dried sweet fruit. On walls and doors are poetic couplets, happy wishes written on red paper. These messages sound better than the typical fortune cookie messages. For instance, may you enjoy continuous good health, and may the star of happiness, the star of wealth, and the star of longevity shine on you are especially positive couplets. Plants and flowersions. Every traditional Chinese household should also have live blooming plants to symbolize rebirth and new growth. Flowers are believed to be symbolic of wealth and high positions in one's career. Lucky is the home with a plant that blooms on New Year's Day, for that foretells a year of prosperity. In more elaborate settings, plum blossoms just starting to bloom are arranged with bamboo and pine sprigs. The grouping symbolizing friends and the plum blossom also signifies reliability and perseverance. The bamboo is known for its compatibility, its utility, and its flexible stems for furniture and other articles. The evergreen pine evokes longevity and steadiness. Other highly prized flowers are the pussy willow, azalea, peony, and water lily or narcissus. The Chinese firmly believe that without flowers, there would be no formation of any fruits. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance to have flowers and floral decorations. They are the emblems of the reawakening of nature, and are intimately connected with superstition and with the wish for happiness during the ensuing year. Oranges and tangerines etiquette dictates that you must bring a bag of oranges and tangerines and enclose a lassi when visiting family or friends anytime during the 2-week-long Chinese New Year celebration. Tangerines with leaves intact assure that one's relationship with the other remains secure. For newlyweds, this represents the branching of the couple into a family with many children. Oranges and tangerines are symbols of abundant happiness. Candy tray, the candy arranged in either a circle or an octagon, is called the tray of togetherness and has a dazzling array of candy to start the new year sweetly. After taking several pieces of candy from the tray, adults place a red envelope lassi on the center compartment of the tray. Each item represents some kind of good fortune. Candied melon, gross and good health. Red melon seed, dyed red to symbolize joy, happiness, truth and sincerity. Lychee nut, strong family relationships. Kumquat, prosperity gold. Coconut, togetherness. Peanuts, long life, long none. Many good sons. Lotus seed, many children. The 15-day celebration of the Chinese New Year, the first of the Lunar New Year, is the welcoming of the gods of the heavens and earth. Many people abstain from meat on the first day of the new year because it is believed that this will ensure long and happy lives for them. On the second day, the Chinese pray to their ancestors as well as to all the gods. They are extra kind to dogs and feed them well, as it is believed that the second day is the birthday of all dogs. The third and fourth day are for the sons-in-laws to pay respect to their parents-in-law. The fifth day is called Po Wu. On that day, people stay home to welcome the god of wealth. No one visits families and friends on the fifth day because it will bring both parties bad luck. On the 6th to the 10th day, the Chinese visit their relatives and friends. They also visit the temples to pray for good fortune and health. The 7th day of the new year is the day for farmers to display their produce. These farmers make a drink from 7 types of vegetables to celebrate the occasion. The 7th day is also considered the birthday of human beings. Noodles are eaten to promote longevity and raw fish for success. On the 8th day, the Fijian people have another family reunion dinner, and at midnight they pray to Tiangong, the god of heaven. The 9th day is to make offerings to the Jade Emperor. The 10th through the 12th are days that friends and relatives should be invited for dinner. After so much rich food, on the 13th day you should have simple rice congee and mustard greens, choice some to cleanse the system. The 14th day should be for preparations to celebrate the Lantern Festival, which is to be held on the 15th night. Traditional New Year food. Probably more food is consumed during the New Year celebrations than any other time of the year. Vast amounts of traditional food are prepared for family and friends, as well as those close to us who have died. On New Year's Day, the Chinese family will eat a vegetarian dish called jade. Although the ingredients in jai are root vegetables or fibrous vegetables, many people attribute various superstitious aspects to them. Lotus seed signify having many male offspring. Ginkgo nut represents silver ingots. Black moss seaweed is a homonym for excessive wealth. Dried bean curd is another homonym for fulfillment of wealth and happiness. Bamboo shoots is a term which sounds like wishing that everything would be well. Fresh bean curd or tofu is not included as it is white and unlucky for New Year, as the color signifies death and misfortune. Other foods include a whole fish. Togetherness, abundance and prosperity are represented by a chicken. The chicken must be presented with a head, tail and feet to symbolize completeness. Noodles should be uncut as they represent long life. In South China, the favorite and most typical dishes were nian jiao, sweet steamed glutinous rice pudding, and zongzi, glutinous rice wrapped up in reed leaves, another popular delicacy. In the north, steamed wheat bread, mantou, and small meat dumplings were the preferred food. The tremendous amount of food prepared at this time was meant to symbolize abundance and wealth for the household. Superstitions of the New Year. House cleaning. The entire house should be cleaned before New Year's Day. On New Year's Eve, all brooms, brushes, dusters, dustpans and other cleaning equipment are put away. Sweeping or brushing should not be done on New Year's Day for fear that good fortune will be swept away. After New Year's Day, the floors may be swept. Beginning at the door, the dust and rubbish are swept to the middle of the parlor, then placed in the corners and not taken or thrown out until the 5th day. At no time should the rubbish in the corners be trampled upon. In sweeping, there is a superstition that if you sweep the dirt out over the threshold, you will sweep one of the family away. Also, to sweep away the good fortune of the family, it must always be swept inwards and then carried out. then no harm will follow. All dirt and rubbish must be taken out through the back door, bringing in the new year and expelling the old. Shooting of firecrackers on New Year's Eve is the Chinese way of sending out the old year and welcoming in the new year. At the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, every door in the house and even windows have to be opened to allow the old year to go out. The Chinese New Year ends with the Lantern Festival on the 15th day. Lanterns are works of art beautifully decorated and painted from legend and history. People in some towns have the dragon dance. This is a long dragon made of silk paper and bamboo. The young men, as they dance, take the dragon along all the streets of the town. People wear bright-colored clothes. Red is considered a bright, happy color, sure to bring the wearer a sunny and bright